Hello, IP students. Today our topic is software engineering, and this is software engineering part 9. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about agile software development, and this is the last topic regarding to software engineering of class 12th. So first of all, what is the definition of agile software development, or what is agile software development? Basically, agile is a term used to describe approaches to the software development which emphasize on incremental delivery, team collaboration, continual planning, and continual learning instead of trying to deliver it all at once near the end. So, there are three important things in this definition. First of all, it is basically a software development approach. Second thing, it is a software development approach. Second thing, it basically emphasize or focus on incremental delivery. It means that we deliver the system not even a single time but in different parts. And then team collaboration. Third is continual planning, and fourth one is continual learning. So as we deliver software in waterfall model in a one time, so that is not possible in agile method or agile development software development approach. In this, basically our focus is on incremental delivery of software, and team collaboration, continual planning, and continuous learning are also there. So these are the three terms regarding to this definition. Now if you want to break these definitions into different terms, then we can say that agile software development basically are people focused. Second thing is communication oriented. It means there is a proper communication between client and developer. Third is flexible. Flexible means ready to adapt expected change at any time. So we can apply change at any time. And speedy, it means that a rapid application development approach must follow. And iterative development also, that means software is not delivered in one time but in different releases or in different small releases. And next is lean. Lean means our focus is to reduce cost and shortening time frame also, and improved quality. And last one is responsive. Responsive means react appropriately to expected and unexpected change. Of course there are some expected and unexpected change, then we there is then react appropriately to unexpected and unexpected change. So these are the some terms regarding to that software agile software development, or these are the main points regarding to agile software development. Again I repeat, people focus, it is people focused. Second is communication oriented. Third one is flexible, speedy. Next is lean and responsible. That's why we use agile software development. Next is agile manifesto. So there is also agile manifesto. In this diagram we can easily see that there are some terms on left hand side and some terms on right hand side. So this is right hand side and left hand side. So while there is a value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So when process and tools are discussed, so our focus is to individual and interactions. And when comprehensive documentations are concerned, then our focus is on working product. And when contract negotiations, then our focus is on customer collaboration. And when we follow plan, then our focus is to responding to a change also. That so that is the agile manifesto. Next is 12 principles of agile. So there are 12 principles of agile based on agile manifesto, which basically outline 12 core principles of the development process. And these are, first one is it satisfies customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable work. So agile software development focus on early delivery of software or valuable work. Valuable work means at least customer knows that what is actually going on. And is software if he want to suggest any suggestion or recommendations or any requirement, he can give at the time. So it satisfies customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable work. Second is break big work down into smaller tasks that can be completed quickly. So basically, um, task is divided into different or smaller work, and then they can be handled separately and within quick time. So our focus is to break big work down into smaller tasks. Third one is recognize that the best work emerges from self-organized team. So there are different self-organized team which work on different models on different part of software, and our focus is that best work will emerge. And next is provide motivated individuals with the environment and supports they need and trust them to go the job done. So there are different people or different employees work on different part of the softwares. So our focus is to provide motivated individuals with the environment and support they need and trust them to get to the job done. So basically our focus is on motivation of employee. If employees are only motivated, then they can do work in quick time and with their best or with their perfection. uh, Fifth is create processes that promote sustainable efforts. So our focus is on create processes and such a way that they promote sustainable efforts. Next is maintain constant pace of completed work. So next point is maintain a constant pace for completed work. So our task is to find somehow complete work, but the important thing is speed is constant. It is not like that 30% work done in 1 month and remaining 70% work done in 1 year. So it is not like that. So there should be a constant pace of completed work. And next is welcome changing requirement even late in the project. So if there are requirement there are new requirements, then and at the uh, late in a project, then we welcome them, and according to that we change our software or apply some changes in our software. Next is assemble the project team and business owner on a daily basis throughout the project. So the most it is basically most important point regarding to agile development model. It says that first of all our focus is to assemble the project team, and second is project team and owner business owner, and second thing is daily basis. So daily basis throughout the project. So our focus is to find out the daily basis report of our software, that how much part of a software is implemented. So that is the point number 8. And next, point number 9, have the team reflect at regular intervals on how to become more effective, then tune to adjacent have the team reflect at regular interval on how to become more effective, then tune and adjust behavior accordingly. So our focus is to check the teamwork at every after certain time or after certain interval. It is maybe 1 month, it may be a 1 week, 1 day, or after some time, 8 hours or 10 hours accordingly, and find out that how to become more effective. And next is measure progress by amount of completed work. So find out the progress, that how much part how much part of software how much part of a software is completed. Next is continuously seek excellence. So find out excellence at all time. Next is harness change for competitive advantage. So they are basically competition in market, and our focus is to harness change for competitive advantage. And so these are the basically 12 principles of agile methods. We can conclude them, and basic points regarding to that agile software model is that uh, basically divide big break in task into smaller tasks, and divide make different teams and try to collaborate all of them, and then require daily basis reports that how much part of a software um, is completed. And last thing is basically that reflect regular and check progress report at regular interval. So these are the basic points regarding to 12 principles of agile. All of them are very important, so remember all of them. So these are the basic principles of agile. Next is this is basically a diagram which reflects agile development model. As we know that in waterfall model, our first task is to define and then build. It means requirement analysis. After that, our tries to build the software, means design, coding, testing, and after that release. um, and in agile software development, again these are the three life cycles. These are the cycles: define, build, and release. But after that, again this cycle goes on, means define, build, and release. Again this process goes on, define, build, and release. It means that in agile software method there is an iterative approach. So our focus is to deliver software in different parts. So this is the agile development approach. We can easily see that the difference between these two. This is waterfall model simply, and this is agile software development model. Next is, so this is all about agile software development. Next is pair programming. It is also related to agile development software, agile software development process. So it is a terminology related to agile software development. First of all, what is pair programming? As the name suggests, pair programming done in pairs. So that is the simplest definition, but the it is not simple as much. So let us discuss it in detail. Basically, there are two softwares engineers and they make a pair. That's why the term is used, pair programming. Work on one task. So they work on a single task at one computer, and also there is a single computer. So there are three things. First of all, there are two engineers and they work on the one task or same task and on a one computer. Now first person or developer is called as the driver, is called the driver that controls of the keyboard and mouse and create the implementation. And second is called the navigator, which watches the driver implementations, and its second task is to identify defects and participates is on demand brainstorming. So the roles of the drivers and observers are periodically rotated. Now there are three important things. First of all, first person, as I told you, that there are two software engineers which work together. That's why there is a pair, and it is called also a pair programming. And they work on a same task and on one computer. First one is called the driver, and second one is called navigator. So the role of driver is to implement the software, and the navigator watches the driver implementation. And also navigator identify defects and participate on demand brainstorming. So we can say that in one line that driver basically implement the software and navigator check the implementations. And the most important thing is that the role of the driver and observers are not fixed, but they are periodically rotated. a person which is a driver may be a navigator after some time. So the role of driver and observers are periodically rotated. So that is the definition of pair programming. So basically pair programming, we can say that there is a pair and there are two person involved in it. One is driver and second one is a navigator. The role of the driver is to create the implementation and the role of navigator is to check the implementation, and the role is not fixed, they can be um, changed periodically. Next is a pair programming. So there are few important terms related to pair programming. So in pair programming, programmers sit together at same workstation to develop the software. It is already discussed, as I told you earlier, that there is a single computer or a same workstation on which they develop a software, and there are two person involved in it. One is driver and second is navigator. So second point is pairs are created dynamically so that the all team members work with each other during the development process. Now second question is how we can create different pairs. So there are different developers work in our same organizations, so pairs are created dynamically. So they are not fixed, they are not statics, they are created dynamically. Second, third point is the sharing of knowledge that happens during pair programming is very important, and as it reduces the overall risk of a project when team members leave. So basically, a focus of pair programming is on sharing of knowledge, because one person is work as a driver and second one is as navigator, and the role is not fixed. So basically, they can share their knowledge, and when one person or one member leave the organization or the project, then there is no effect on project also. Next point is pair programming is not necessarily inefficient, and there is evidence that a pair working together is more efficient than two programmers working separately. So why we use pair programming? There are two programmers and both programmers work separately, then it may be take long time, or it may basically not efficiently it is not efficient, and so our focus is on pair programming. That's where in which different programmers works together to reduce the task as well as time. Next, so these are the basic points regarding to pair programming. So in short, we can say that in pair programming there is a pair of different developers, and the role of different developers is changed because one person is work as a driver and second is as navigator. The role of driver is to implement the code, and work role of navigator is to check the code, and the responsibility may be changed time to time, and different pairs are created dynamically, and they members of pair programming can change their ideas, their views, their thoughts, their knowledge, uh, and it basically um, using pair programming they can work very efficiently. So these are the terms regarding to pair programming. Next, uh, there is a brief description of pair programming also. So it says that all programming is done with two coders at the same machine, means two developers are there and the machine is also same, and sometimes we call it as workstation. And second thing is the programmers must share one mouse, keyboard or screen. Obviously there is a one workstation or single computer, so they can share one mouse, keyboard and screen. First, which programmer play a role of driver which can implement the software, and second play a role of navigator which can check or check the code or the implementation, and their role is not fixed, they can interchangeably change their roles. So a driver may be a navigator or navigator may be converted to a driver. Next, at least two peoples are always intimately familiar with every part of the system, and every line of the code reviewed as it is written. So what is the basic of final aim of pair programming is that when two persons involved in a same part of a same part or same code of a same module of a software, then they both are basically familiar to the same part of a system, and every line of a code that is reviewed or that is written. So, and if after certain time one person can leave the organization, and then second person can, then there is no effect on organization and second person can easily handle it. Next is what is the basic objective of pair programming? So there are some basic objectives regarding to pair programming. Now we can summarize pair programming as pair programming, basically a terminology used in agile software development in which there are two person involved in it. These are the coders, or we can say the developers. One can play a role of driver and second one can play a role of navigator. The work of driver is to implement the code and the work of navigator is to check that code. Both person can work and can sit together on the same computers, and they can share one mouse, keyboard and screen, etc. And the way our focus is to uh, is that both of them can familiar with every part of a system and every line of a code renewed as it is written. And the most important thing is pairs are made dynamically. So now the objectives are concerned. What is the objective of pair programming? So these are the certain objectives regarding to pair programming. First is continuous code review. So the second person, which is also called as, first is called the driver and second is navigator, is to continuous is to check the code or implementation of the code, or we can say that um, review of code. So there is a continuous code review. Second is has have less defect because there are two person involved in it. First person task is to implement the code and second person task is to check or review the code. So they have a few less possibility of defects. And third is better code, multiple perspective of the code. So code may be better when two person involvement in it. Better solution, it gives better solution to you. Knowledge sharing, they can uh, share their knowledge. And peer pressure, there is a peer pressure also. When both of them work together, then they can change their thoughts, their ideas, their knowledge, as well as they have some pressure to do the work within a time limit and with perfection. And second last point is save effort in intra-team documentation. And basically it save basically efforts in intra-team documentation. When there is intra-team documentation, then because there is a because there is a pair programming and both of them work together, so it will reduce the efforts and also reduce time in intra-team documentation. And last point is efficiently welcome new members. So if one person leave the organization or leave the project at certain time period, then obviously there is a new person which works with a person which is already handled that part of the software or code. So it basically efficiently welcome. So their focus is to efficiently welcome the new members. So there, these are the basic objectives regarding to the agile software development. Next is rules for of pair programming. So there are certain rules of pair programming. First rule is to all production code must be developed by pairs. So there are different codes and production codes, and all production codes must be developed by a pair. And no part of a software developed by a single person. There are two person involved in it always. Second is both parties contribute to the solutions. Now there are two parties involved in it. One is driver and then second is navigator, and the role is not fixed. One person is not play a role of driver always, and second person is not play a role of navigator always. So we can switch their roles time to time or very frequently. Third is change pair frequently. We can even change the pair frequently, and frequency means 3 times per day or more in a day, 3 times, or it may be more than in it. So it depends on the software and our project work. And next is develop at a comfortable workstation, so that accommodate two people side by side. And last is end pairing when you get tired. So if when you get tired, it is not a compulsion that there is always a same pairing. You can end pairing when you get tired. So there are the rules. As far as the rules are concerned, the focus is on production code. Production code must be developed by pairs first of all, and pairs is not stable. There are two-person involved in it, driver and navigator in a pair, and role of driver and navigator is not fixed always, and they can frequently change time to time, or it may be 3 times per day or more than 3 times. Next is advantage of pair programming. There are some advantage of pair programming also. First is they are simple to execute. Of course, this is very simple to execute because two-person involved in it, and they first role of first one is to implement the code, and second is to check that code, and they do not require training. Second, third point is since they do not require knowledge training because knowledge sharing between these two, driver and navigator. Third one is since the receiver is so close to the code, he or she had a detailed understanding of it. So reviewer is this person, and he is very much close to the code, so he has a detailed understanding of software. Next is they permit the reviewer to suggest alternative implementation of the code. So there is always the alternative implementation of a code and suggestion. And because there are two-person involved in it, one is driver and second one is navigator. And if there is a suggestion or there may be alternate solution or alternate implementation in it, he or she can easily suggest a driver to implement that code or give his knowledge or ideas to driver. Next is they promote knowledge transfer between software engineers. So it is very important point, or basically focus of pair programming is to promote knowledge transfer. And they are two-person, and both of them are coders, so they have a good knowledge on programming, and they work on the same software part or same software, and their role is not always fixed. So they can every time they can share their knowledge, their thoughts, their ideas regarding to that software, and they promote knowledge transfer between them. And last is there is a mechanism in place to ensure that any required changes are made. There is a mechanism in place to ensure that any required changes are made. So if there is a change required, then it is also possible to implement the change, because there are two-person involved in it. Both can understand the code and functionality of the software and alternate solution of the software. So there is a mechanism in place to ensure the required changes. So these are the advantage of pair programming. In short, we can say that it is very simple to execute. They are in pair programming. Basically, there are two-person involved in it, so they can suggest each other and share their knowledge, thoughts, and ideas time to time. So that is the basic biggest advantage of pair programming. Now, drawbacks. There are certain drawbacks of agile software development also. First is different skill set may kill the projects. If the skilled and experience between partners are hugely different, it may reduce the productivity. As I told you that there are two-person involved in it. First one is driver and second is navigator. And when both are the coder basically, but their skills and experience may be possible are not same. Suppose that one person have experience of 10 years and another is a fresher, then it is hard to manage the software time hard to manage the software because they have different skills, and result is to basically final result is to kill the project. So if different developers have different skills and different work experience, then it basically affects the software. Next is disagreement may occur. Both partners may have own thinking patterns and working styles, which may create problems. If partners do not reach to the consensus, they will ruin the productivity. So there are two-person involved in it, and where there is no consensus between them, then it basically affects the software. Third is scheduling conflicts between partners. Being different individuals, they may have different opinions about how much time to be give to the which component, and which may derails the scheduling. So there are two-person involved in it. Both of them different ideas regarding to time or schedule, or which part is important to implement first, or which part is to maybe implement later on. So they have different ideas or different views regarding to that scheduling also. So it may basically occurs different scheduling conflict also. Next is absence of partner. If one pair reduced to if pair reduced to one, then it efficiently also reduced 10 times. Now it is very important point. If there are two persons involved in it, one is driver and second is navigator, and if one person absent in a day, or we can say that leave the organization, then work efficiency will also reduce, and reduce almost 10 times. And last point is rushing. Difference of opinion, difference of experience of exposure may cause rushing of the project. So there are different of opinions and different of experience, so which will cause the rushing of a project. So these are the some basic terminology regarding to agile software development. Thank you for watching this video.